conquering Canaan, the people started picking up little idols and trinkets and things of that nature. And they started to forget the blessings that God had blessed them with. So Joshua took this time, he gathered all the people of Israel, and he took this moment to remind them of all the blessings that God had given to them. And he also challenged them to stand up and make a choice. Even after receiving God's grace, mercy, and gifts, there were three groups of people at this time that Joshua wanted to address. There were those who stood fast in their belief and their faith in God and his works. There were those who fell victim to contemporary thoughts, morals, and teachings. And in between those two, you have those who was indecisive towards the relationship towards God. Now, if we look around in today, we got those people in society now. We got those people in our churches today. It was to these people that Joshua needed to address. Why is the right decision more difficult to make than the wrong ones? Joshua is urging us to move from indecision and relentlessness to a clear-cut decision for God. Joshua begins in verse 24, in chapter 24, verse 3, reminding the people of all that God has done for them. The one example that stands out for me is verse 24, in chapter 24, 13. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, and cities which ye built not, and ye dwell in them. Of the vineyards and the olive yards which ye planted not, do you eat? Do ye eat? In other words, I have given you land for which you haven't worked for. I have given you cities and you haven't even picked up a brick to the build. I have given you food to eat and you haven't even planted a seed. Which one of my favorites will you deny? Joshua's concerns are clear. He wants us to remember who God is and what he is and what he has done for us. He also wants us to examine the facts before we make a decision. On today, my brothers and sisters, we need to understand that it is time to stand up and to serve God as he deserves to be served. Joshua made it clear in 25 and 24:15 who he would serve. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Joshua lets us know we have a choice. If we think that serving the Lord who gave us the very breath that we breathe is evil, then you can make that choice. However, when you make that choice, there's some consequences. Joshua also lets us know that, once again on today, I challenge you, brothers and sisters, to make that choice and to choose God. How many times have you witnessed people ask for God's forgiveness only to engage in the same sinful behavior that they ask God to be forgiven for? Joshua wasn't trying to discourage us. He was only reminding us that we are serving God under a commitment that promised we would be cursed for disobedience. Joshua also reminds us that if we serve God, we will be blessed. However, if we reneged on our commitment, there will be a high price to pay. Why is it that so many people have a hard time serving God as he deserves to be served? Could it be because some people believe that God asks for so much, and in reality, what he asks us for is nothing compared to what he's given us so gracefully? Please understand that those who serve God, obey God, those who serve and obey God do so willingly and lovingly. We find in Joshua 24:21 that the people made the right choice on that day and chose to serve God. Their choice to serve God was based on God's past dealings with them. In Joshua 24:19 through 24:21, Joshua also cautions us on lightly making commitments to God. We commit ourselves to God, but however, we let God know, God, I'm committed to you and I declare my life to you. However, I want to drink a little bit. However, I need to smoke a little bit. However, I need to go hang out in the club just a little bit. I need to lie just a little bit. I need to cheat. I need to con just a little bit, but still have your favor on me because we got this covenant, and the proof is on the stone by the oak tree. In verse 24, the people have made the decision and declaration to serve God. On that day, Joshua made a covenant, reminding them that a covenant is an agreement that cannot be broken without consequences. When we stand up and declare our faithfulness to God, we move more easily ready to be prepared to reject temptations that may try to lead us away from God. When we stand up and declare to be loyal to God, all our decisions are made so much easier for us. When we stand up and declare to serve God, others will be more likely to distract from us what God has planned for us. When we stand up and declare our faithfulness to God, we understand and accept that we belong to him and we are not ashamed